Hello there, great person. So here we are, end of the road. Um, we're gonna read the last chapters today, and I will currently be in the chat if you watch this as the live premiere or whatever it's called. And if you have questions or whatever, or want to chat some, yeah, be my guest. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy this last reading reaction to book one. And yeah, let's finish the journey together and have some fun. In the end of this video, I will yeah, comment on some future stuff, like how is book two gonna work. And I hope you enjoy that too. And will join me on that journey as well. And yeah, I can't say nothing more than let's go. Let's read the book. Let's end it and perhaps start it again soon. So, here we go. Have some fun. Chapter 49. The Dark One Steers. Oh, yeah, okay. So we start off like in the next morning, and Len and Nynaeve, yeah, they had their run in, so to speak, and Nynaeve is really distraught, and Len is like stone faced as ever, but almost double the stone face he usually is, even. And yeah, it was unfortunate. I also it came a bit out of nowhere here, not completely. There were hints, but, and of course, we didn't know what happened between them all those days ago when they were like riding together after they saved the others, Perrin and Gwen. So we don't know what happened there. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a bit out of nowhere, but the seeds were planted a bit. Yeah, okay, now they are. Nynaeve and Egwene are like talking because Egwene is concerned about Nynaeve, and yeah, I think she lightens her mood a bit, and yeah, she seems to be really mad at Lan, so yeah. Okay, so something weird is happening. Moraine seems to be channeling, and Nynaeve and Egwene can obviously feel it or see it or whatever. And yeah, she did something, I think, to them, perhaps. I'm not sure. What did she do? Moraine, what did you do? Oh, okay, so she's like dispelling her spell and making it dissipate quicker than it would normally do because she doesn't want anyone to notice them because they're almost where they want to be. Ah, okay. So last time it was pretty close after she had been over the mountains, and she hopes it's going to be close again, the Eye of the World, because yeah, the Green Man seems to heal needs, and she says, "Yeah, there's no need greater than we have now." So, I mean, yeah, fair. So let's see whether he will spot them. Ah, okay, so there apparently are killer trees that will grab you and end you, but Moraine says, "Yeah, they don't want me, so they don't want you as well because I protect you." Oh yeah, that's nice. I mean, her presence seems to be quite a strong ward. It's a very strong protection she has. Why would a tree grab a man even if it could? That's what Rand is wondering, and I wonder that too. Now that he mentions it, why would a tree do that? Because he's Richard? I don't know why a tree would grab someone. Yeah, I don't know. I think the tree just dug out something and ate it. Okay, fine. What? Oh, and Lamb just went up and just murdered something. Don't know what he did there, but he's doing long things. Oh yeah, there seems to be some decaying madness thing going on there that he slew, and now his what's it called? His cloth is disintegrating. Great. So yeah, I mean, what is that? Why are things so nasty there? It's like it's probably the Dark One's mind, like being absorbed by nature there and manifesting dark thoughts into the world. I don't know. Oh yeah, good. So now a weird thingy jumped at them, and I think it probably looks like a grafted Skyen from or Sion Skyen from Elden Ring. You know, the first tutorial boss with the all the arms on top. Yeah. Why? Yeah, everything is like mutating there. Everything is becoming evil. Yeah, and the blight seems to know that a web is forming in the pattern. Interesting. But even as she spoke, the blight rose against them. Trees whipped in, reaching for them, not caring if Moraine touched the true source or not. This should be scarier than it is. It reads. It's like it's funny. I don't know why. To me, it's funny, this situation. It was very creepy in the last chapter, but suddenly it's like the way it's written, it's like a bit lighthearted, which I find a bit weird. Okay, now Rand is just like jumping in, crying Manetheren again and slaying things. Okay. Lysander! Now Matt is joining in with his arrows. Great. Oh yeah, and Moraine is just like casting fireball everywhere and just burning everything down. I mean, they seem to be quite effective against these little things, whatever they are. Oh yeah, and Lena's like going in all the time and then coming back, and she heals him and he goes back in. Yeah, I mean, that's quite effective. Oh, okay, so the weird creatures that are all mutated things fight the trees as well, so that's why they like are not completely run over by whatever they are. So, I mean, at least it's something. Worms. Okay, now there are worms. Oh, whatever. Like everything bad is just coming. Is a worm like one of the worms from King Kong that gobbled up Gollum? You know, the actor, Andy Serkins, I think. You know, these terrifying scene, yeah. Oh, a worm can kill a fate. Okay, great. So seem to be, yeah. Okay, now they have a worm peg on their tail. Um, I wonder why would the blight be against the Dark One's creatures? That seems a bit weird. Like, why would you hide somewhere where things will eat you? I mean, if the Dark One is hiding there or sealed or whatever, I don't know, and the Fates are there for him, why would things attack them? That's a bit weird. And it's like in Star Wars Episode 1, there's always a bigger fish. Won't the worms follow us into the mountains? They won't. Worms are afraid of what lives in the high passes. What's it gonna be? The Green Man? Probably not. He's behind the high passes. Oh, okay. So the worms are closing in, and Lamnau says, "We won't make it. Let me go and fight them, and you go on." And then he was like, "No," and he's like, "Yes," and yeah. And Morin's like, "Be quiet, girl." But Lam, yeah, I need you. I can't need you at the eye. Okay, so worms can feel fear and hunger, and that's all. Okay, what a great life you have as a worm. By the way, it's like in the show there was nothing in the blight really. Um, Reminds me of what they did in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where the labyrinth was empty in the movie as well. Why do I mean, I know why they do it, why they, change things into empty things that, like, you are the opponent in this area, not some monster, because it's cheaper. I mean, let's be real. Oh, no, there's like a meadow. Oh, they're randomly at the eye of the world. I mean, that's good that the green man like teleported the whatever eye of the world, whatever it is, and the green there just in front of them to save them from the worms, perhaps. Oh, now like um an ant Groot thing comes out, and it's probably the Green Man. Butterflies swirled around him, lightning on his fingers, his shoulders. his face, a lighting. Yeah, okay. It's like he's a Disney princess and he has got little birdies with him. It is okay, so now he says to Loyal, it is good to see you, little brother. Loyal says, you honor me, Treebrother. B01Ch49-53. Yeah. So why brother? Because they have a similar mindset, perhaps? Oh, and now he looks at Perry and says, oh, a wolf brother. It's like he's having the time of his life, this green man thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, great, we will sing. And wolf brother, great, I'm so happy I see people. Okay, so this is really, really. So we get the revelation that Rand's the dragon here. I assume. But what he says is very, very weird. Strange clothes you wear, child of the dragon. Has the wheel turned so far? Do the people of the dragon return to the first covenant? But you wear a sword that is neither now nor then. So the first covenant might be the green man's place? And normally dragons don't go towards him, perhaps, and don't visit him? That is so weird. Yeah, now he asks Moraine, like he's skipping over the revelation, and if I would not have known, I would have been unsure what he means, but we know he's the dragon, that's what he basically told him. And he says to Moraine, how can you be here again? That's not meant to be. Okay, and now he says that then it has come again, that memory remains whole. The Dark One steers. Yeah, okay, so it's like he remembers when the Dark One steers every time, perhaps. But he says it's the strongest it's ever been since the beginning. And I assume he means the beginning of the wheel turning, perhaps. And then he will take them to the eye of the world. The Green Man is a really weird thing, but I like him a lot. Because he's like this calm forest sage thing, yeah. Okay, that was the chapter. 4 more to go. Chapter 50. Meetings at the Eye. Oh yeah, I didn't put a one and one together. Yes, there are like flowers and spring is there. And everywhere else there's winter, so he's powerful enough to hold off whatever the Dark One's doing to winter. Yeah, and Egwene and Nynaeve are like in a trance because of the beauty of the nature around them. That's kind of nice. Oh yeah, now he's like doing these crown things with flowers and he gives them to them. Yeah, honor the flowers. They're meant to be beautiful. And Moraine as well, okay. Yeah, and he's like casting nature spells, like he's healing the plants, and it's like a druid as well, you know? All things must grow where they are according to the pattern. Yep, I guess that. And face the turning of the wheel, but the creator will not mind if I give just a little help. So I might overinterpret this, but does that mean he knows who the creator is? At least he has seen him? Because he knows what the creator, at least he knows what the creator like intends. He seems to do. And he's like this ancient creature from the beginning of time. At least that's what I get from him. So is he like technically alive in our world currently as well? You know what I mean? Because our world is like the what? One of the ages that was before, like 2 ages before, or whatever, and then the Green Man must have existed. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, so 2 things happened. They got to an archway or whatever. I think it's an arch. Yeah, it's a stone arch. And yeah, I see. So there's the entrance to the Eye of the World. And Matt says, "Why I want to see the Tree of Life," and the Green Man says, "I have not been with the Tree of Life for thousands of years." That's so weird. 2,000 years. Yeah, so like the beginning of. Is it the beginning of the age, perhaps? Okay, so the Green Man will not come with them into the archway, but he says he was meant to guard it a long time ago, but it makes him uneasy. Why does it make him uneasy? What is the eye of the world? Oh, I feel myself being unmade. My end is linked with it somehow. That's gloomy. Okay. So, yeah, he knows it will end him. The eye of the world will end him. What? Oh, yeah. And he now knows, he now tells us when it was made. Okay, so the stone arc was created, or perhaps yeah, the Eye of the World was created by after the breaking, after the Dark One had been sealed, and they created it male and women last time joined together because that makes it more pure. I think that's what he says because both sides combined working together obviously make greater things. So yeah. Okay, and they died. Okay, so they sacrificed themselves to make this arch, and they charged him to guard it. They probably asked him nicely. It was not what I was made for, but I have kept the faith. What was he made for then? I have kept the faith until it was needed, and now it ends. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so the Green Man says, um, he will now move to another place away from the eye of the world. He doesn't need to guard it anymore, apparently. And he says, if you come out again, perhaps we might be able to talk again. But if not, yes, see you. And now he's just leaving. Okay. Now it's like a corridor of colors. Okay. Reminds me a bit of the ways. So it's probably the same technology or casting thing, perhaps, as the ways. They're just made by both sides of the power. So it's probably even better and more prone to not decay. Oh wow, that's so weird. It's like the cave Nynaeve was in at the beginning of the show, but different. So it's pool shaped like an eye made from crystal or at least in part. And it's like very clear water, but the eye is so deep you can't see to the bottom even though the water's clear. That's weird. Yeah, and it's been a long time since people were there apparently, or at least since it was made, because it's also starting to fade a bit. Not as much as the ways were, but yeah. Oh, okay, so it's not water. It's just whatever is ether, whatever the source made into the world. It's like, so Matt kicked a stone and it just went down, grew bigger, disappeared, whatever. What? That's so weird. Yeah, it is. It is Sidene. What? Ah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so she hopes that with this Sidene substance, they can seal the prison of the Dark One. It has to be done by a man because it has been created, or the seal has like been strengthened by a man before, like by Eutherin. So it has to be a man again. That's why she let them there, the men. I get it. So let me get this straight. Is this the real source, like all of it, or is it just like a collection of most of it? Because they surely have access to it still, like Logain used it. So is it like the pure version that's still there? So, or is it like the 100 people that created it, like took their own essence, and that's why they died, perhaps, and then they put it into the pool and distilled it there, and now it's there. Yeah, 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 yeah. So this is a place where it's untainted, as far as I understand, an untainted part of Sidene. And yeah, so the Aes Sedai, the female ones obviously can't use it. I mean, yeah. So the males have to use it, but no one used it. Yeah, and Moraine says again, usually we would need um, both parts of the source to create greatness. Yeah. Ah, okay. So the Dark One's plan seems to be to taint this part as well, so no male Aes Sedai can ever be created again. That's what I get, but I might be wrong. And he that's why he will strike there and taint it. That's what he means by tainting the eye of the world, because he wants to corrupt all of the male half. And this is a part he did not corrupt or that was cleansed. I see it. That's very clever. If it's what this is, I might misunderstand this, but yeah. Yeah, and because he will strike there, and if a male is there and uses it again to like bind him again. Okay, randomly two men came. What? A gray and a green. Are they male Aes Sedai that survived? Okay, Matt led them there. Oh god, is that more death? Yeah, I think it's a Dreadlord. It's the laughing man. Yeah, Aginor. Aginor und Balthamel. Yeah, blended situation, guys. Yeah, Ishamael is free as well. Okay, so they, yeah, because the seals have weakened so much that the Forsaken can now run through the world. So they're not molested by the opposite. But they seem to not yet be. Are they there? Or are they like apparitions? Because he says we will get flesh again. Oh no, I think it's just meaning that they will eat people. Okay. Yeah, and he says we know who we want now, and we don't need the others. Okay, so that's the worst thing he can say because now he's going to try and slaughter all of them. And yeah, he obviously wants Rand. Yeah, okay, yeah, great. So you just smash Lan into a wall. Oh yeah, great. Now Nynaeve charges them with her knife. That's beautiful idea, Nynaeve. You will do so much against pure evil. Very good. I mean, I get it, but what? So he like pierced her here and they're holding her, and she's wow. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, that is really, really bad. Yeah, that face, that mask dude is also very creepy. Yeah, okay, so now they all charge them, and Agino's just like, my plan has worked, probably. Oh yeah, now the green man comes out of the trees, and he's probably gonna die now because that's what he said. All your kind, but you long since dust. So there are others like him. There were others. Now I want to know what the green man is and where he came from and what his race was. Is he like an alien thing? Whatever. Oh no, they want to let him go. Live what life is left to you and be glad you are beneath our notice. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, okay. Yeah, now yeah, he lit him on fire. Great. Uh, okay, yeah. Like, Balthamael is now lighting him on fire again after he was getting crushed. The Balthamael is like an Eldritch God thing as well. Because he's like moving like a snake and like a weird substance thing, whatever. Oh, okay. So now the Green Man has like made fungi spawn on Balfama Ale, and he's like being overgrown, and things grow out of his nose and mouth. But yeah, they are fire mages, so to speak, so they are probably having the advantage in this fight against him. Yeah, yeah. So it's like he probably that was probably already growing on Balfama Ale because he was sealed and closed off for so long, and it was there, and it was just like exemplified, not exemplified, multiplied, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the Green Man has taken some damage. Oh, he died. Oh. Yeah, he died and he created a tree where his corpse, like he and his corpse turned into a tree. That is unfortunate. I really liked him. And Agino's like, oh, okay, I did not expect you to do that when you die. So Balthamael's down, Green Man's down. Balthamael might still be alive. I don't know if Forsaken are eternal. If they are old gods, like I think they are, yes, they are eternal, so yeah. And now Moraine is gonna start fighting. Yeah, Moraine tries to stop him, but she can't really do that. Yeah. And Egwene wants to fight him, but Rand pulls her away because he's being more logical. And she's like probably all still mad about Nynaeve, who's obviously like dying on the ground right now, probably. Yeah, and he's just walking through Moraine's flames towards Egwene. Oh yeah, so now Ren is running away and Moraine starts screaming. He doesn't hear anything anymore. Oh my god. This is this is so harsh. What a scene. This is the first time they are really in danger with Moraine. I mean, two Forsaken, one probably like decommissioned for a while, but still. Yeah, Aginor is running after him. Oh yeah, and Aginor, I think he made himself a bit younger now by something, probably perhaps feeding on Moraine. Yeah. Aginor is the one. Is Aginor the one that talked to Lews Therin in the beginning? Let me see. Okay, so the one that was like with Lews Therin was called Alan Moran Tedronai. Um, but he's the betrayer of hope. So that was what he was called. But so he has got another name. So I guess he's Aginor. That dude perhaps. I don't know if I'm supposed to know it. If I'm supposed to know it, tell me if Aginor is the one that was with Lews Therin in the prologue. But yeah, and he says, yeah, I should just, I would just end you, Rand, because if you're dead, you can still serve the Lord Baldamon. So I don't really want to bend my knee to you. Should you get powers? So why should I bring you to him alive? That would be stupid. Now I'm gonna end you. Yeah. Okay. So now Rand sees like a rope going off into the distance that makes him stronger. Aginor. So I guess he's like siphoning off life from someone currently. He has to cut that. It's probably the male half that's used. So he can see it, that's why. Or is it the power? Is it the power that he sees now, the one true power? Yeah, so Aginor is now young again. But Ren seems to be able to access that string and might be a string of the pattern, might be the life string of Aginor in the pattern. And yeah, Aginor says mine, but I think Rand is winning and she ran things away, so is he not gonna teleport? Yeah, he teleported. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like Agino was connected to perhaps his prison, perhaps to whatever, and connected through the male side, I think. And Rand got in tune with it and learned to use it, and now he teleported into like some place, and it might be the place where the Dark One was sealed. Oh, I think he's at the gap. Yep, he teleported to the gap. Yeah, there is the Black Hawk of Faldora, the White Heart of Sheena. Yeah, and the humans are losing. They're on their last legs. Rand sees it. Will Rand now cast the spells? Oh, and now yeah. Yeah. Now the halfman, everyone sees him now suddenly. The halfman pointed him. The Drakkar are now attacking him, and we see what the Drakkar is. Weird winged things. Okay, I mean, yeah, yeah. He's now seen the light. He's been attuned to the one power, to the male side, and perhaps to the pure side that was there where he was. And yeah, now everything starts burning. Everything he touches is starting to burn. And he's striking down the Drakkar from the sky. Why did they take that away from Rand in the show? Why did they give that to Nynaeve and Egwene? I don't understand that. Perhaps to streamline it, I don't know. Yeah, now he's casting a giant firewall against the Trollocs. Wow. Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense because he naturally would be attuned more to fire and earth, I think. Was it earth or was it wind? I think the males were earth and fire. Yeah, now he's like hitting the ground and it's these shockwaves that Moraine did. He does them now. So he's like, I think he's doing the stuff Moraine did, isn't he? The ball lightning, he's doing lightning, the hitting the ground, the Zagong, and the firewall. He saw all of that when he looked at Moraine. So he's like imitating her stuff because he understands what she did now. Wow, that's such a great detail. I really love that. Okay, now there's a voice in his head. It is not here. I will take no part. Only the chosen one can do that. What must be done, if you will. And now he says, where? So it's probably his memory of Lutheran or whatever, whomever. Some of the other dragons it was in the past. It's speaking to him, I think. So that's so cool. Yeah. Like his genetic memory. Yeah, now the humans they charge their last charge. The northern lands try to defeat them, and they might be able to because Rand almost ended most of them. So yeah, and now he sees the court again, and yeah, the court is filling him with light. Yeah, it's probably the one power. Yeah, he now teleported into the room where he had the dreams. Yeah. And Balsamon says, yeah, Agenor was an idiot as I expected him to be, but now you're here as I expected. Hello, dragon. He doesn't say hello, dragon, but he's like saying that. Yeah, and Balsamon has a black court. They're He's the antithesis to Balsamon apparently because his court. So Agenor had a court. I think I understood that correctly, didn't I? That Agenor had a court as well. He saw that first, and then he saw his court, and by seeing the courts, he understood. He reached to the one power, and now he sees Balsamon's court, and it's black, meaning it's completely different, but still a male part. And he's like, I will not run him more a hole. I'm here. Bring it. Okay, so he's a choice. Yeah, I will give you every throne you want, or you will be Tavern's puppet fool and scream while you are ground into the dust of time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and they're courts of fighting, I see. Ooh, burn. You do not weave the pattern, I do. I mean, he doesn't say I do, but it's basically what he says. You laid out traps for me, I evaded them, you sent ABAGs after me, and I destroyed them. I just vanquished your army, mate. What are you gonna do, you weirdo? You do not weave the pattern. Yeah, okay, now he's like spouting exposition, I think, and weird stuff, so I will take my time a bit here. So, first he says, Rand's a slug. I mean, that's, yeah, okay. It's his usual way of doing things, calling other people insects. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I know a slug is a mollusk. I know, but, you know. And he says he laid out Rand's path. Are you allowed to flee? and one to live, to speak the words that would echo down the years. And Jane Fastrider, whom I painted like a fool and sent to the Ogier thinking he was free for me. Yeah. And he's like saying, yeah, I'm influencing everything currently. The Emerald Seed, Black Aja, Ogier, Fastrider. And yeah, he again says that the message from the Aiel was a trap, so that he would come there to the Eye, I guess. Yeah, now Rand starts to doubt himself. Yeah, and he's doing something. What is he doing? Yeah, and he doesn't know whether to. Yeah, okay. So he doesn't know whether to give in to the doubts, or if he says nope. And Balsamon seems to notice nothing of his inner struggles. Okay, and he's a bit of a vain type. Vain type. Typ. That's the German one. A vain type here because he says, I wanted to see you kneel alive in front of me, and that's why I just send one single fist of Frolics to your village. That's why I only send one dark friend to face you, though he sent two. And yeah. Yeah, and he says, you don't know my guys. You don't know who is there, who was besides you on your journey, or who will come in your path, or who was behind you. Okay, and Ren just says, I deny you, and he says, okay, look at me. Yeah, now he's conjuring up like Nynaeve and Egwene and his mother. Yeah, great. Psychological warfare. He seems to be effective at that as well. Okay, and now Balsamon says, yeah, but that's really your mother. It's not an illusion. I'm the Lord of Death. And he says, no, she's safe in the light. So he believes that. So he believes that you go into the light and then be reincarnated, I guess. And now he's gonna speak, okay. Oh, and now he's seeing her tortured by fates. Yeah, great. Oh, and he conjures up a blade of light. What's going on? I mean, yeah, I know he's got the power now, so. And he's slaying the fates, okay. Okay, and Balsamon says, like, you can't wield it yet. You're not strong enough to wield the sword of light. And he says, Rand says, it is ended. And he's striking the chord now. And now he's shooting at his heart and says again, it is ended. Yeah. So he's like, burned him down. I wonder if that's the end for Balsamon, though. I guess it's not. I don't know. But this seemed more like an end to him as it was in the show. Because I think in this show he smiled a bit. I really wonder if Jordan had planned this as the only book he would write about this, because this could have been an end, you know? This could have been the end, though there are many seeds that he will obviously continue, but this could have been a good end, I think. There are many questions, you know, but I like this as an end, at least for a book. I really do like this, because it's like closure a bit. And I think is this the last one? No, there are two more. Okay. Chapter 52. There is neither beginning nor end. Yeah, okay. Aginor's remains are there, or whatever he was, like a what do you say? An avatar or whatever that's now burned. Yeah. So are they both dead? Malthael and Aginor now dead? Probably not. Probably it's just their avatars that died, isn't it? But don't tell me. I will find out down the line. Yeah. It had been something else. He's talking about his sword. Or there was another sword. Yeah. 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 Because he is now the dragon. My name is Randolph Hoare. The Dark One. The Dark One is dead. Yeah, I don't think so, mate, but you did good. You did very, very good. Shaitan is dead. Shaitan is dead. Egwen, yeah. And now he wants to go to Egwen, yeah. Who is she? Why? Why do you ask who Egwen is? You do know who she is. Yeah, and Rand is starting to regain his memory because after the fight he like blacked out his memories a bit because he was probably overwhelmed by the dragon. He finds Egwen, yeah, and Nynaeve and Moraine as well. Yeah, and he's talking really weirdly. I'm fine. A little rest and I'll be new maid. Nynaeve, Moraine Sedai? That's so weird. What is he doing? And Moraine just says I suffered more injury to my pride than anything else. Classic Moraine. Yeah, in the Age of Legends, Aginor was close behind the Kinslayer and Ishamael in power. And I like stopped him. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, you can be. Moraine, you did good. Yeah, Aginor and Barthamael had been on near the surface. I get it. Yeah, and you know it's weakening the seal, and they could break out because they were so far near the surface. I wonder when they did break out because we saw the smiling old man in one of the dreams pretty early. Yeah, and she says if they had more been freed, they would have been here as well. Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, that's at least good. And Rand says, it doesn't matter, Aginor and Balthamar are dead, and so is Shy, and Moraine interrupts him, the Dark One. Yeah, because she probably knows he's still alive. Why is Egwene drawing back? Like, why is he avoiding him? She avoiding him now. And Nynaeve says, yeah, Rand, you're too dangerous now. What did she see? Then there was Baela. Yeah, Moraine knew something. And what about Baela? Oh, yeah, because like she pretended to cleanse her and she didn't. Wow, that's okay. Yeah, and now Rand says, yeah, but you could like teach me. Yeah, yeah, they don't know what they are supposed to do. Like someone has to teach them. And Moraine says, I can't do it. I only know the one side. The other, it's completely different apparently. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what he did. He took the power from the yeah, I get it. Oh, so perhaps the line that connected Aginor was actually like coming from the eye of the world and just went through Aginor to him, and that's how he and he took all of it, and it was like he took the energy from the eye of the world, and it's now gone. Because now there's a crystal thing there. Yeah, why isn't Moraine talking now about him going to Tarvalon and being gentle? I don't get that either. And he says, I won't be used. I mean, I get it. But Moraine, I think she says, you were Taveran, you are still Taveran, so better not do that. Better not gentle you. Yeah, and Moraine is being a bit of a dick here. He says, like, yeah, you're just a hound. Because he listened to Balsamon. Though, perhaps Balsamon, there was a bit of truth in there, but yeah. Oh, his irises are now completely yellow. Parents, okay, yeah. Yeah, and Lannis being a great guy, he's like acting as if nothing happened, talking to Lan, to Red. Why do I confuse those two? Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, and okay, so Rand doesn't want them to know. He just says, "Yeah, I hit my head on a rock." But wouldn't they ask what happened? Because the other evil dudes are gone. At least Aginor is gone, and they thought he was alive. So wouldn't they ask questions? Yeah, he even says, "Yeah, I found Aginor's ashes." So are Aginor and Barthamael dead? I don't know. And now they are showing Moraine something they found in the eye, which was put there for safekeeping, I think. Oh yeah, Kundilar Heartstone. That's what they found. I think they found it in the show as well. Rand did, like on top of Shagul. Wait, they weren't even at Shire Ghoul. Here. What? Whatever. Sorry. So weird having the story told in two ways that are completely different. Oh, okay, so Hearthstone is like nothing can destroy it, and the one power will only make it stronger if used against it. It's like an absorbing shield charm, whatever. Yeah, okay, it was one of the seals on the Dark One's prison. So the Eye of the World was one of the seals, I see. Yeah, and they found the Horn of Valir. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so the Dark One's prison has been breached a bit. Perhaps every seal has like one of an aspect of Balsamon, and that's one he ended, but the seal broke with that, or I don't even know. Yeah, and Moraine doesn't know whether the Eye of the World was made to protect the horn and the stone, like the seal stone, or if it was made for what they used it for. Oh, and they found Luce Theron's banner, which is a golden dragon, a Lindwurm, as we would say in German, because it's like a snake with feet. Yeah, and because the Green Man's gone, the Blight will eat the place. Yeah, and Moraine like says she's done with him. We have done what we came here to do. From here you may live your life as the pattern weaves. Eat then sleep, Randall, for sleep and dream of home. Yeah, yeah. So that was Fight at the Eye. So a lot more logical how he defeated Balsamon, because the Eye of the World was completely different in the show than in the book. But I get it. I kind of get it. So they really rushed it, but I think they did very well with what they had, because yeah, I mean, sure, they cut half, they like cut 95% of the ending, but they hopefully kept the important parts. I just wonder why Padan Fane stole the horn in the show. Is he gonna steal it in book 2? I don't know. Here we are, last one, guys and girls. Chapter 53. The wheel turns. Yeah, that has been a journey. It was so cool. Oh, and Moraine has to be on a litter because she's so exhausted, yeah. I wish he had found his other place, Egwene said. Yeah, I do wish, yeah, I wish so too. Yeah. It's very harsh that Treebrother will fall to the blight. Will eat even the most ambitious and beautiful flowers and gardens, the rot of whatever the Dark One is. Oh, and Loyal sings to the to the corpse of, or the grave of the Green Man. I'm really sad that he ended and is now getting eaten. Like all he stood for and wanted is gone now. That's harsh. Oh, he protected the grave. Yeah, Loyal is so good. Such a great guy. Blight will not have Treebrother. I'm glad, because that would have been so depressing. That would have been really, really nasty. Yeah, and it seems that the Blight has been hit because the Dark One has been at least weakened, and Aginor is now gone on Bar Allah Thumb, you know. They're gone, at least from that place, so the Blight is probably not steering anymore, but doing the opposite. And Rand is like, every woman is an Aes Sedai. And the Light help me, so am I. We struck a mighty blow at the Dark One. The Shadow will be a long time recovering. Yeah, that's right. And Matt is like, what? What did we even do? And Moraine's like, nope, not today, not in this book. Yeah, spring's back. At least there. At least I think Rand thinks it is back, so it's probably back. What a great thing. Yeah, it was the Dark One holding it back. And Moraine is seeing the trees and plants and says, a mighty blow. Yeah. Yeah, and everyone is very glad that they won. Oh, and they go to Faldara and everyone is celebrating. It's not like in the show where everyone died. Yay. I, yeah, I'm really glad that there is happiness now. You know, it's not over, but yeah, yeah. So I think I just pressed stop, but yeah, so they got their reward. Very good. I really do like that a lot. Yeah, because they wanted the gap even though they thought they would lose. Yeah, now spring is back. They're celebrating. I love that. And now they directly go to Angelmeier. Ah, yeah. See, he says, "Yeah, we won," and he survived, by the way, which I like. And he says, "Yeah, we won, but you know what happened? The mountains swallowed them." It's exactly what I said in the show. Why didn't they just collapse the mountains? And yeah, Rand did. Also in the show, like it was Nynaeve and like 5 Aes Sedai. And Rand obviously was far more powerful than normal 5 Aes Sedai would have been, I think. So that was also weird. Yeah, so Pattern Fane is still secure. Yeah, the Green Man is dead and the Eye of the World is gone. Yeah. Yeah, so he then asks, what, were we defeated? Nope, we weren't. He just died. Yeah, and they still have to watch out for Trollocs. Obviously, they still do because they still exist. So yeah, their job is not done. Oh yeah, and Agilmar just says, yeah, okay, we will use the horn and we'll just go in there with all the dead heroes. End it. Yeah, and it must be an Ilian. Yeah, it has to be because that's legend. I get it. And yeah, they will escort it with great. Yeah, so I don't know. So it will get stolen perhaps still? I don't know. Yeah, and now Rand is really training with his sword and Lan is teaching him. I really like that. They seem to have found each other as really as friends. I really do like that. Oh, he says I just want him to be my father. But he is. Yeah. And Rand says, I'm going away. That's all he says, and the Gwen is sad. That's weird. Moraine does not know I am alive. Does he mean by that that she doesn't acknowledge that he came back? That she thinks he's like Rand ended when he entered that dream power state? And he's like very antagonistic towards her. Yeah, and everyone else is going to Tarvalon. Yeah. And Rand is like, just not going to use it. I won't get mad. And then he thinks to himself, but what if I accidentally use it? Just accidentally. And he has used it many times. Oh, and Egwene says she's going to go back to Emonsfield in the coming year. Okay. I'm going away, not home. Not ever home. Yeah. What happened to you, Rand? I mean, his world is shattered in a way. Moraine is weird. He touched the source. I get it. I get that. Oh well. I really wonder where we will be with him next book, where he will go, what his journey has in store for us. Because now he's just like he doesn't even know anymore who he is, and so we have got a lot to discover with him now. And the others go to Tarvalon, so we will get more as a Dialora, I hope. I really am looking forward to that. And yeah, last paragraph. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So she's from the royal palace of Kerchian when she was a little girl. Okay. Kinda knew she was in a royal palace, a lady. And she has overheard Rand now, and she says the prophecies will be fulfilled. The dragon is reborn. The end of the first book of the Wheel of Time. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That was very, very interesting in the end. I kind of like that it ended, but didn't end. Um, some people told me that the ending in the book was a lot more confusing than in the show. And I have to disagree with that. I found that pretty clear. I think the show was weirder and more unclear. Um, because yeah, the one thing I didn't really get is like, because Rand used the one power from the Eye of the World, the Eye of the World like got emptied, and that broke the seal as well. Is that what? Do I get that correctly? I think I do. I hope I do. So that was the only thing I'm not that clear about. We don't know whether the Forsaken are dead or not. I kind of hope they are, because they were not that. I don't know. Agino wasn't interesting. The masked dude that got killed by Lathamel, I would have liked more of him, but Agino was like, yeah, you creepy dude, he's spouting nonsense. And I know that's harsh, you know what I mean? But and the other one with the mask, that was creepy and very scary. I really did like that one. I'm sorry he's gone. Perhaps he's coming back. Patton Fane is in the is still there with them. So the horn is being taken. Our heroes minus Rand are going to Tarvalon with Moraine and Lan. Yeah. And next we have the Hunt. I think book 2 is about the Hunt. At least it's the Great Hunt. Yeah. So we will probably. Yeah, and so the horn apparently really can rise all the dead. You know, that's badass. Yeah, I have to think about the book before I tell you, my final thoughts. I really did like it a ton. I really, really loved the book. It was one of the best ones I've read. Um, but the details, like get my feelings straight about parts, thinking about characters again, and yeah, I will do some videos in the coming weeks. I will probably do a 2-week break of reading, so I will start book 2 in 2 weeks about that, and I will use the time to like put out some other videos um, to like recap things, theorize perhaps, and um, tell you what I thought, compare it to the show. Which, yeah, in retrospect, I liked the show too a lot. It was, in most parts, it did the right thing, I think. And the main gripes I have with it is that it was not enough time that they had, not enough budget. Can't change that, but yeah, I like the show as well. Glad the show got me into this world. Um, yeah. So I will do, when I start reading book 2, I have future plans, obviously, that are a bit different from what I'm doing now. So I haven't figured out all of the details. I will let you know in chapter 1 or in the prologue or whatever, if there is one in The Great Hunt. But I basically will do a chapter a day. So it's shorter, like shorter things, shorter videos, and you get something every day in the week. And I will probably not do it on weekends. Perhaps I will do it on weekends and not every day in the week. You know what I mean? Because Mondays are Witcher days. So if you're interested in Mondays, there are Witcher reactions until I'm done with season 1. I mean, I already saw it, but I have to edit the episodes. And Thursdays will be Tower of God, which is an absolutely beautiful anime. And it reminds me a lot of this as well. Like the Wheel of Time, it's very good. Gonna watch episode 3 tomorrow, I think. And yeah, so all that is left is to say thank you so much for the journey. And I hope you liked being along on the journey with me and had some fun with me reading it and discussing it and giving my thoughts. And it was a hell of a lot of fun. And thanks for all your comments. You are also very kind in the comments, and it was nice to talk to all of you. Perhaps to stay around and for the next books. And yeah, shout outs to all of you who were with me on the journey. And yeah, you never can read a book again for the first time, unfortunately, but you now know how I read it the first time, and I'm quite surprised that a reading reaction like this works. Because, when I started, and some of you know when we started, what I said is like, I don't know how this will work. if this is even something you should do, because I'm not sure if anyone has ever done something like this, like reading a book online, so to speak. And I don't know, I didn't think people would care, but many people did care, and I'm very glad you did, and you had some enjoyment in this, as you said sometimes. And yeah, I'm glad it works. I might do other books as reading reactions in the future as well. Perhaps it might be too much, but I will see about that. Um, for you Dune fans who are here watching this, so I tried to do this with Dune as well, with Children of Dune. Didn't work because the book was too, the way it was written did not make a good reaction. And I tried it. I did the first chapter, um, but the others, they were too. I had to think too much about what I was actually reading, because there were many like words that are foreign to me, and situations that I don't know what's going on and so on, because that's the way the book is written, because you're thrown into the world. It's all realistically written, but I'm not in that world. I don't live in that world. I don't know what the words mean there. You know what I mean? That was hard to do, and that's why I did not choose not to do it. But I will read the book next week. I'll finish it, and yeah. So as always, I hope you have a happy day, happy week, and I will see you when I talk about the comparison between book and show, perhaps, and yeah, I'll perhaps also in Witcher and Wheel of Time. If you like this content, consider liking, subscribing, ring the bell. You know the drill, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.